My name is Jake Lawson. I was 24 when I moved into a new apartment complex just outside of Denver. Fresh out of college, I was eager to start life on my own. The place was modest but had its charm, a small garden, quiet neighbors, and a peaceful vibe. Thanks to a cousin who knew the landlord, I got it for a decent price. My next-door neighbor was Claire Simmons. She was 40, though you'd never guess it. She had a quiet elegance, shoulder-length brown hair, green eyes, and a calm, inviting voice. When we first met, she brought over a plate of homemade banana bread. "Hi," she said with a smile. "I'm Claire. I live next door. Thought I'd welcome you before you got buried in boxes." That kind gesture stood out. "Thanks. I'm Jake. Just moved here from Boulder." "Nice to meet you, Jake. If you ever need anything, just knock." At first, our encounters were casual, passing chats in the hallway, waves while checking the mail. Claire worked from home as a freelance editor, so she was around a lot. Over time, we grew more comfortable. She'd bring over leftovers, and I'd return the favor with takeout from a Thai place downtown. It wasn't anything formal, just natural, easy friendship. There was something soothing about being around her. She was smart, funny, and deeply kind. We even joked that she was old enough to be my cool aunt, which made her laugh, but I never really saw her as older. She was just Claire. One rainy Saturday afternoon, I was bored and restless. I texted her on a whim. "Hey, bored and starving. You busy?" "Claire, come over. I made soup. Bring bread, if you've got any." I grabbed sourdough and headed over. She opened the door in a gray sweater and yoga pants, hair tied up casually. "You look like you've been trapped indoors too long," she teased. "I'm starting to forget what sunshine feels like," I joked. We ate at her kitchen table, laughing as she shared stories from her past, like the time she dyed her hair purple or accidentally drove to the wrong state for a concert. I couldn't stop smiling. That afternoon turned into a ritual. Saturdays with Claire. We cooked, watched movies, and talked about everything: family, work, regrets, dreams. I confided in her about my struggles with job hunting and adjusting to life on my own. She always listened, never judged, just understood. One night, we were watching Casablanca when I noticed her looking at me instead of the screen. "What?" I asked. She smiled softly. "You remind me of someone I used to know. Someone good, I hope." She nodded. "Yeah. Very good." Over the weeks, I started to notice the small things. How she hummed when she was in a good mood, how she tucked her hair behind her ear when she was thinking, how her eyes sparkled when she laughed. I wasn't sure what I was feeling. A crush? Something deeper? I didn't want to complicate things. Then one fall evening I got a text. "Claire, rough day. Could use a friend. Come over." Her apartment was dimly lit. She was on the couch, a glass of wine in hand. "Just one of those days," she said when I asked. She opened up about a fight with her sister and how, at 40, she sometimes felt invisible. "People assume you've figured life out by now," she said. "But some days, I feel like I'm still waiting for something." I sat beside her and wrapped an arm around her shoulder. She leaned in without hesitation. After a long silence, she whispered, "You make me feel seen, Jake. Like I matter." I looked at her, heart pounding. "I've been thinking the same thing." Claire smiled, a little sadly. "I didn't say it to make things weird. I just had to." "It's not weird," I said. "It's real." She stood, grabbing her coat. "Come on, let's walk." We strolled through the quiet streets, the rain having passed. Streetlights glistened on the pavement. We didn't talk much, but the silence was comforting. "I've always felt like I had to choose between being alone or being with someone who didn't understand me," she said eventually. "I'm tired of that." "Me too," I replied. "But now, I think I've found someone who does." From that night on, something shifted. We became closer. I helped her paint her living room. She helped me prep for interviews. We did groceries, cooked, binge-watched old sitcoms. Slowly, carefully, our friendship evolved into something more. A few months later, she invited me for dinner, Candles, soft music, chocolate mousse for dessert. I don't want to tiptoe around this anymore, she said across the table. I know the age gap might raise eyebrows, but I care about you. A lot. I reached across and took her hand. Same here. You've been the most real thing in my life since I moved here. She smiled. Then let's stop worrying. Let's just see where it goes.
And we did.
There were awkward moments. Some of her friends didn't understand. My cousin asked, "Isn't she twice your age?" But I didn't care. Neither did she. Because when someone sees you, truly sees you, you don't let that go. A year later, we were still together. I found a job in graphic design and moved to a bigger place in the same complex. Our weekends were spent hiking, cooking, or just enjoying each other's company. I never imagined a rainy afternoon visit would lead to this. But life surprises you like that. And sometimes, all it takes is one sentence to change everything. You make me feel seen. She said it once, but it stayed with me forever.